Hi, please forgive my crappy video. Plebiscite ballot. This is an idea that comes from the fact most of us citizens, we don't belong to a political party. We're not really represented by what they stand for. We don't necessarily support any of them. So we got a bunch of parties. None of them really represent our views. So, who to vote for in that case? That's kind of like a pretty raw situation. Okay, so plebiscite. What is a plebiscite? A plebiscite, it's a vote where there's a measure or a law like is proposed, right? And then the voters, they either vote yay in support of that or nay in opposition to that. It didn't matter why or what the reason is for their vote. That's their vote. That's how they express it. And then if there's more support than opposition, the measure carries, just as it was written. And if there's more opposition than support, it's thrown out. And that's how a plebiscite works. And that's like the backbone of parliamentary procedure in nations around the world. That's how all laws are brought into being, right? And it's been like that way for centuries, if not millennia, probably. So plebiscite ballot. So what this is we take that power of the plebiscite to oppose, we bring it to elections. So, in an election, you're given a range of candidates to choose from, right? So, if you do have somebody you wish to support, well, that's dead simple. You just cast a yay vote for that candidate, and you're done. It's exactly the same as the way we do it today. But for those of us that don't have anybody to support, but we can think of somebody we would like to oppose, then we get that extra power to use our vote to vote nay against that candidate we wish to oppose. Okay, so why do we do this? Let's suppose American democracy goes the way that all democracies and through history seem to go. We deteriorate first to two-party rule, bipartisan rule, and then eventually it devolves to one-party rule. And these are like your end state condition, like Venezuela or China or Russia. Like the oldest one would be Russia, and then or like China, and then nearly as old as North Korea, and then the newest one is Venezuela. There's more actually than that. You get one choice: either support them, or you abstain from voting. No other view is allowed. But wouldn't it be useful to be able to cast nay against the candidate you wish to oppose? And there's only one candidate, so it's pretty easy to see how this can go. Anyway, so you run the election. Doesn't matter how many candidates there are. You add up all the yay versus nay, and all the candidates that have more opposition nay votes cast against them than support, well, they've been eliminated. So they're thrown off the ballot. They're excluded, and that's final. They didn't have support. They didn't have popular support. They shouldn't have been on the ballot in the first place. They're assholes. Now let's suppose all the candidates they're thrown off. Well, that's the point of plebiscite ballot. None of these candidates had popular support. They had more opposition, amongst as voters that don't belong to political parties. Some of us are against the Democrats, some of us are against the Republicans, or the Greens, or whatever other parties there are. And we don't like what they stand for. Get off the ballot. And you could say, well, that idea is not valid. But is it not valid? Like, we don't support any of these candidates. Why are they on the ballot? We outnumber the supporters. So eliminate them, and if nobody's elected, like if everybody is voted off, well then that election is thrown out. But the value of it is all those candidates are excluded now. They've had their chance. They don't have anything. They're assholes. So they're all thrown off, and this opens up opportunity for all new candidates to come forward. We run the election all over again. You see what I mean? And because what has happened is, as North America, we've devolved to these two-party bipartisan reality. What it is, it's a duopoly, not a monopoly, but it's a duopoly where you have these two gangs that are fighting for power, and what they found out is they don't have to put forward candidates that appeal to people because voters don't have any other choice. You get, the left or the right. That's your choice. And you're like, I don't like either one of these particular candidates. Well, the way elections are now, that's too bad. You either choose left or right. That's it. Anyway, so this is my idea of way to figure out like a better solution to eliminate these candidates that don't really represent us. We can run the election, they put all the money forward, they take a chance to run, as you do your advertising and all that. They still have net negative support. They're eliminated. But this opens the door for new candidates to come forward that perhaps don't belong to one of these major parties, but yet they have a more appealing idea or something like that. And anyway, that's what I call plebiscite ballot. Thanks.